The first proper trailer for Percy Jackson Season 2 just came out, so let's get into that. But before we do, I want to talk to you guys about Team Water. 1 in 10 people can't access clean drinking water, and Team Water wants to change that. So the goal is to raise $40 million across the next month, so if you guys are able to donate, there will be a link for Team Water in the description. The money will be used to try and help 2 million people gain access to water that will flow for decades. Anyway, for now, let's break down the new teaser for Percy Jackson Season 2. This video will contain spoilers for the Sea of Monsters book, so if you haven't read it yet or don't want to be spoiled about the upcoming season, please subscribe and please come back when you know what the story actually is about. Anyway, let's get into this. The trailer starts with a helmet being thrown into the water. Whilst this doesn't belong to Percy or Clarice, I feel like this is a bit of symbolism between the two. We have water for Percy and warfare for Clarice, Poseidon, Ares. It's a bit of a come together quest, whether or not Clarice wants it to be. I'm probably reaching, but hey, all choices are made. Wait, no. All bits of art are made intentionally. We then hear Poseidon warn Percy and us, the audience, that the Great Stirring is underway, as we see a clip of Luke and Kronos' army of demigods heading into battle. The Great Stirring refers to the awakening of a bunch of ancient monsters that have been sleeping, dead, or in hiding for a long time. And whilst Kronos' army isn't big, in that scene we can see that Luke has recruited quite a few demigods, which means he has a lot of power on his side. The next 2 shots are of Percy and Annabeth on a boat, likely the boat that they stole from Blackbeard. We also see a shot of Grover finding the remains of satyrs that have been on the hunt for Pan. We then see Luke poisoning Thalia's tree, and then it cuts to Clarice with her Confederate soldiers, before moving to Annabeth on the floor, her dagger rolling out of her hand, clearly wounded in a fight. We see Percy having one of his visions of Luke and Kronos, before we jump to the aftermath of the first chariot race back at camp. The campers are injured and the arena is wrecked due to the Stymphalian birds that were released. Lin-Manuel Hermes appears to tell Percy and Annabeth that they should hijack the quest, even though that's kind of against the quest rules. We see what is presumably Percy's visions about Thalia's tree dying, and then see Mr. D calling Percy his very much real name.
Look, Peter.
Before him and Tantalus dismiss Percy and Annabeth's worries in the big house. We then see Percy on the smaller boat that Persebeth start their quest on, before seeing Grover on the island of Polyphemus. I'm not saying that right. I was like 6 when I first read this book. Let's not blame me for pronouncing a name wrong. Watching what appears to be the Scylla destroying a boat. It's a weird tentacle monster, okay guys? I don't know what to tell you. The next scene is Percy on the front of Blackbeard's boat. That's not the technical term. Boat nerds, do not come for me. Whilst Annabeth appears to be tied to the mast of the ship. This is for her own protection and something she wanted because her and Percy are going through siren-infected waters. We watch Clarice and Percy fight. This is not in the books. I don't know what's happening, but I'm excited. Before we are shown Luke taking some demigods into battle. Luke fighting Percy aboard the Princess Andromeda. We then see Percy running through Circe's Island, a prison for male demigods. That's all I'm going to say. We also see a shot of Percy during the chariot race, I think, where he is under attack and then saved by somebody using a trident, likely Tyson. There's a monster playing totally normal dodgeball, and then we get our first look at Tyson in his Cyclops form. The final clip we see is of the Grey sisters, assuming that Annabeth and Percy are dating. I'm so excited for season 2. We've never had an actually good adaptation of the Sea of Monsters book, so honestly, you can't do worse than the movie, Disney, so I'm excited.